Hey Guardians, Cal here. Welcome to my latest D2 gameplay video. I've been really wanting to make a D2 sniping video for a while now, but, well, we all know where the state of snipers are in this game at the current moment, but I finally found it. The God tier sniper, the one that forums will write threads about for months to come, crying for Bungie to nerf. Well, okay, fine. It's the best in its weapon class, and for right now, in my opinion, it's as good as it's gonna get. I'm talking about the raid sniper, alone as a god. Let's call it AG for short. And as if its name wasn't badass enough, it sits in a pretty good spot among its peers. I heard about how good it is around the interwebs, and RNG wouldn't give it to me for weeks, no matter how many times I raided. I just kept getting the inaugural address over and over again. I think that after my 5th pulse I finally got it, and surprisingly I wasn't disappointed. This will serve as a bit of a hybrid video. I want to talk about how amazing AG is to play with in the context of the current meta, to review it in comparison to snipers that I think are its closest competitors, and I want to talk about snipers in general as so-called power weapons.
You're the last Guardian standing. Fight. One foe remains. Yes! Enemy team neutralized.
AG is part of the highest rate of fire and very low impact Archetype, next to the sister Viced snipers, the Widow's Bite and the Copperhead. All three are essentially what we would get if we blurred the line between Scout Rifle and Sniper Rifle. The rate of fire allows for quick body shot damage, but being quick and precise will award one-hit KOs. The rate of fire feels similar to the Jade Rabbit if I were to compare it to a Scout Rifle. Let's take a look at the perks right off the bat. Its intrinsic perk is Rapid Fire Frame. You may have seen this on other guns like the Time-Worn Spire. It will have deep ammo reserves, 6 in the mag to be exact, and it will have a faster reload when the magazine is empty. That's not the best perk in the world, but I never complain if something makes me quicker in some way. Moving on to the first column, like the Viced snipers, AG only has one interchangeable scope, making the first column of perks all about barrel modification. The three choices are Corkscrew Rifling, Small Bore, and Arrowhead Break. I go with Small Bore because the handling speed is already almost maxed out, and range is the most important stat to have on a sniper rifle, because the higher the stat, the stickier the aim assist. In the second column we have a choice between the raid perk Ambitious Assassin and ProleteR. I haven't really found much of an effective use for Ambitious Assassin, and ProleteR is just more consistent, so I go with that one. And last but not least, we have Snapshot. And goodness gracious, I just gotta say thanks to Bungie. Of the things they did get right with this game, we get our D1 snapshot speed back. I think that overall, this weapon has a solid set of perks, ones that can benefit the player in either PvE with ProleteR or PvP with Snapshot. I think the only real downside here is that the Archetype's impact cannot double body an enemy Guardian in the Crucible. It's gotta be 3 to make a kill. Take that as you will, depending on whether you're on the receiving end of its bullets or not. It's probably a good thing, however, balance-wise, but the downside is that you may find yourself burning your ammo really fast if you're using it. So what are its base stats and how does it compare to other snipers? Unfortunately, the Destiny weapon database and fan-made public spreadsheets are still filling up on information, and wouldn't you know, the AG is one of the few with a ghost town for a wiki page. So all I can really do is compare Bungie's numberless bars with R2 on different sniper rifles and sort of eyeball the numbers based on what is documented. Here's the AG compared to the Widow's Bite's stats, which is fairly identical to Copperhead. All three fire at 140 rounds per minute, and their impact is 55. They body shot for 95 and crit for 238. I haven't got any res snipes yet, but assuming an overshield gives about 100 points of health, 238 clearly means that res sniping isn't a thing here. But res sniping doesn't happen as often in D2, so I don't see it as being that big of a negative here as it would have been in D1. The mag holds 6 rounds, and again, just giving my best eyeball estimates, I'd say that the range is somewhere between 40 and 45. It's low for snipers, but we don't spend that much time sniping things that are far away in this game anyway. Stability looks closer to around 50. Handling appears to be between 85 and 90, higher than both of the Weists. It can be adjusted, but the changes are negligible in my opinion. Reload speed looks to be around 65. Things get tricky when trying to figure out hidden stats. Zoom, aim assist, and recoil direction feel very similar, 45, 70, and 60 respectively. Because of that, I feel confident saying that the numbers on the AG are probably close to the same. If anything, AG feels like it may have more aim assist. Because its range and handling stats exceed both Widow's Bite and Copperhead, I think that AG comes out on top in the highest rate of fire archetype. I really feel that there's only 2 other snipers in this game that compete for the top spot, at least in PvP. The uncommon sniper Achen Achen?
You done messed up, AA!
Chen? And the Long Walk. There's only a couple of points that I want to touch on comparing these with the AG. So for starters, the Achen looks like it's the most familiar for D1 vets. It has the short-range ambush scope and snapshot, just like the AG. These were some of the most desired random perks for PvP sniping in D1, and they're now fixed roles on the Achen. The Long Walk comes with Quick Draw, another returning sweaty perk. But this is where I think that the Long Walk mostly fails to impress. The higher the impact and slower the rate of fire, the quote-unquote heavier snipers feel. The lower handling speed and aim assist follows that. Quick Draw affects both draw speed and ADS speed, but the latter simply is outclassed by Snapshot, which feels almost instantaneous now. Additionally, Quick Draw feels like it's compensating for the Archetype's low handling. While AG's handling is so high, Quick Draw feels inherent, so having Snapshot on it means that it has the best of both perks. Figuring out zoom values on scopes was also a bit of a challenge. I found this handy chart on the Destiny Crucible Playbook Reddit page. No scope falls below 5 on this list, and even with some notable absences like short gaze, it looks like all the zoom values were increased for D2. Essentially, you want the value to be as low as possible. The lower the zoom, the more you can see when scoped in. Peripheral vision is invaluable for sniping. The Long Walk's single scope is on this list, and you may notice that it's the same 5.7 value as the ambush. Only Widow's Bite appears here, so going off that gun like before, I'd say that AG's zoom value is close to that 5.1 number, the lowest on the list. This is all to show that AG excels in almost every way feasible for sniping in PvP. But there is one more stat that is more of a feeling that I have no way of comparing it to, so you'll just have to listen to my anecdote. To me, part of the reason why D2 sniping feels so heavy seems to be an effect that has been added to the game. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be there or not. My guess is that it's a glitch. When scoped in, snipers automatically make your look sensitivity drop dramatically. Perhaps it's there to help people who want to play on high sense but still want to be precise when sniping, but my guess is that it might have something to do with the PC version, strangely enough. I'm primarily a console player, but do play on PC occasionally, so dropping sense while ADS is a common thing for PC shooters, and it makes sense that Vicarious Visions would add it to D2, and maybe the effect somehow made its way over to affecting the controller controls. In any case, one of the reasons why I love the AG so much is that it doesn't feel like that drop in sensitivity takes place at all while you're ADS. It feels just like D1 sniping on a controller, and that's what I'm used to. Damn does it feel good. I suppose that's why I've fallen in love with it so much. I hope that in future updates we get some much needed buffs to snipers. AG does suffer horribly from flinch, just like all other snipers, but its snappy nature makes up for it. It helps me to shoot someone else before they get a chance to make me flinch. I hope Bungie adds more guns with speed increasing perks, and they add more snipers with short range scopes like short gaze. Because as of right now, snipers just don't feel powerful like they should be, given how they fight to occupy the same spot of easier to use one-hit kill weapons like fusion rifles and rocket launchers. Snipers shouldn't be the go-to choice, but they need to be more of a viable option, in my opinion. So do us a favor, Bungie, and please give us back their ease of use. I believe it will serve to add more variety to power weapon play in both PvP and PvE. Okay, rant over. So ends my Alone as a God review and sniper discussion. I hope you found this information valuable. If you did, please consider giving the video a crispy upward thumb and sharing it with your Destiny comrades. If you made it through to the end, type "Ya done messed up" in the comment section and be sure to get in a pointless argument while you're down there. This has been Cal. Have a good one.
Lives left. Who says warlocks are better with books than with guns? Okay, it was me. Found out sun on the cares in the world when I get older. Climbing up on the back porch fence just to see the dogs running with the ring and a question. And my shivering voices slinging through a crack. I better go alone.